Welcome to District Command Central, your go-to source for the latest news and updates on the Washington Commanders. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a play. The rumor that has been buzzing around the NFL world today centers on the Washington Commanders and their head coach, Dan Quinn, whose temper reportedly reached a boiling point after what sources are calling a particularly intense practice session earlier this week. According to insiders, the situation escalated quickly during a mid-morning workout when Quinn became increasingly frustrated with the performance of one of his starting players. Witnesses say that the coach, known for his disciplined approach and fiery sideline presence, finally snapped after repeated mistakes and a lack of focus from the athlete. The locker room atmosphere reportedly shifted immediately, with teammates whispering to each other, sensing the tension and anticipating a dramatic fallout. Rumors suggest that Quinn's outburst wasn't limited to a simple shouting match. He allegedly pointed directly at the player and made the now-famous declaration, "You don't play for me anymore," leaving staff and players stunned by the abruptness and intensity of his anger. While the team has yet to release an official statement confirming the incident, insiders claim that the story is spreading rapidly, with multiple sources corroborating elements of the confrontation. The implications of such a conflict within the Commanders' locker room could be significant, potentially affecting team chemistry and performance as the season continues to unfold. Adding more fuel to the rumor mill, reports suggest that this wasn't the first time Dan Quinn's patience has been tested with this particular player. Sources close to the team indicate that there has been a history of friction stemming from repeated disagreements over work ethic, preparation, and execution on the field. While the media often portrays coaches and players in a polished, professional manner, insiders describe a more volatile dynamic behind closed doors, where Quinn's expectations for discipline and accountability are non-negotiable. Observers who have followed the Commanders closely note that Quinn's coaching style combines strategic brilliance with a low tolerance for mistakes, which can create both moments of inspiration and instances of explosive conflict. The player in question, while talented, is reportedly known for inconsistent performances and occasional lapses in focus during practice sessions, adding strain to an already tense relationship. As whispers spread throughout training facilities, some speculate that the fallout could extend beyond the current roster, potentially influencing future trades, benchings, or even long-term career decisions for the athlete. Fans on social media have picked up the story quickly, amplifying the drama with countless theories and hot takes about who might be involved and how the situation will ultimately resolve itself. The narrative continues to evolve with each passing hour, keeping the Commanders' fan base on high alert and eager for any official confirmation or denial. Meanwhile, the atmosphere surrounding the team appears to be charged with anticipation as players and staff alike try to navigate the aftermath of the rumored confrontation. According to sources, the tension was palpable during the remainder of the practice, with many teammates reportedly avoiding direct eye contact with both Quinn and the player, unsure how to react to the explosive incident. The coach's reputation for commanding authority and demanding excellence has always been a defining characteristic of his tenure, but insiders suggest that this particular event represents a new level of intensity, one that may leave lasting impressions on the locker room culture. Speculation abounds regarding whether the player will attempt to reconcile with Quinn or if the coach's decision is final, with various parties weighing in privately about possible mediations or interventions. Analysts who have tracked similar incidents in professional sports argue that such conflicts can either catalyze performance improvements or deepen divides, depending on how management and teammates respond. The rumor, whether fully accurate or partially exaggerated, has already created a whirlwind of conversation across sports media platforms, with every angle dissected and debated in real time. For fans, the uncertainty adds an extra layer of intrigue to the season, transforming routine practices and team meetings into headline-grabbing stories with potential playoff implications. The narrative of Dan Quinn and the Commanders is suddenly charged with drama, making every interaction on and off the field a topic of intense scrutiny. Sources claiming insider access to the team have also hinted at the possibility that Quinn's outburst was influenced by recent losses and mounting pressure from ownership and fans. While coaches frequently deal with stress behind the scenes, this incident appears to have pushed Quinn beyond the threshold of private frustration, spilling into a public display of authority that few expected. The player involved reportedly tried to explain his actions or apologize, but Quinn's reaction, as the rumor goes, left no room for negotiation or compromise, marking a rare and definitive ultimatum. Conversations among staff members after the incident reportedly centered on whether this was a turning point or simply another example of the coach's fiery temperament. Meanwhile, fans have taken to social media platforms to share their speculations, with some supporting Quinn's commitment to accountability while others express concern over potential locker room fallout. Analysts debate the long-term impact, wondering if this decision signals a new level of strictness for Quinn or if it might backfire by creating resentment among other players. The rumor continues to grow, fueled by each new account from unnamed sources claiming first-hand knowledge, creating a swirl of uncertainty and heightened curiosity around the Commanders' organization. Adding another layer to the story, insiders suggest that team management has quietly convened meetings to discuss the potential ramifications of Quinn's ultimatum. While no official action has been reported, speculation is rampant that front office executives are evaluating options ranging from reassignment of responsibilities to potential roster changes. The player in question remains a focal point, with various reports hinting that a trade or suspension could be imminent if reconciliation fails. Fans and commentators alike are dissecting every clue, from social media posts to subtle changes in practice rotations, attempting to determine the severity of the situation. Sports journalists are closely monitoring the Commanders' training facility, aware that any small leak could spark massive headlines. Meanwhile, whispers in the league suggest that rival teams may be watching closely, seeing an opportunity to capitalize on internal conflict. The tension reportedly extends beyond just this player, as teammates are navigating an uncertain atmosphere where loyalty, performance, and communication are all being scrutinized. In essence, the rumor has evolved into a full-blown narrative, captivating the attention of the NFL world and ensuring that every move by Dan Quinn and the Commanders will be watched with heightened interest in the days ahead. As the story circulates, the broader implications for Dan Quinn's coaching career and the Commanders' season have become a hot topic of debate. Experts argue that such incidents, if handled poorly, can destabilize team dynamics and undermine performance, particularly if other players perceive inconsistency or excessive harshness from leadership. Conversely, some insiders suggest that Quinn's decisive action may be exactly what the team needs to reinforce standards and improve focus among all players. Rumors continue to swirl about potential interventions by veteran leaders within the locker room, who may be attempting to mediate or influence the situation behind the scenes. While the league itself has not commented, speculation about disciplinary measures or player movement is rampant among analysts and fans. Each day brings new interpretations of the event, from leaked audio snippets to off-the-record conversations, adding layers to the narrative. Social media commentary is fueling a feedback loop, amplifying the rumor and drawing more attention to the evolving drama. Whether this incident will become a pivotal moment in the Commanders' season or a passing headline remains uncertain, but one thing is clear. Dan Quinn's outburst has captured the imagination of the NFL world, sparking debates, theories, and relentless discussion among fans and insiders alike, leaving everyone eager for the next twist in this unfolding story. The aftermath of Dan Quinn's dramatic confrontation has reportedly sent shockwaves through the Commanders' locker room, with insiders suggesting that players are treading carefully around both the coach and the affected athlete. Sources claim that the tension has created an almost palpable sense of unease, with teammates reportedly whispering during practice, avoiding eye contact, and monitoring interactions closely to avoid becoming the next target of Quinn's notorious temper. Some veterans are allegedly stepping in to calm the situation, mediating behind closed doors while trying to preserve team morale. Yet the rumors indicate that even these efforts have met with mixed results. Fans and analysts alike are speculating on whether this incident marks the beginning of a stricter era under Quinn, with his fiery reputation potentially reshaping the Commanders' culture permanently. Social media chatter has reached a fever pitch, with supporters of the coach praising his accountability-driven approach, while skeptics warn that excessive tension may fracture the team. Meanwhile, insiders suggest that the player in question has been sequestered during practices, quietly observing drills from the sidelines, prompting further speculation about whether a benching, suspension, or trade is imminent. The swirling narratives, fueled by unnamed sources and eyewitness accounts, have transformed routine team operations into a high-stakes drama, captivating fans eager to witness how the conflict will unfold and who will emerge as the dominant force in this volatile scenario. If you're enjoying the coverage, make sure to smash that like button and drop a comment with your thoughts on the Commanders' latest moves. We want to hear from you. In addition, reports indicate that Dan Quinn's decision to bench or possibly sever ties with the player has caused a ripple effect throughout the organization, sparking intense discussions among coaching staff and management. Sources close to the front office suggest that executives are evaluating multiple contingency plans, ranging from roster adjustments to restructured practice schedules designed to prevent further incidents. Analysts speculate that Quinn's ultimatum is sending a strong message to the entire team, reinforcing a zero-tolerance stance for repeated mistakes or lack of focus. Meanwhile, rumors suggest that players have begun privately strategizing about how to navigate the tense atmosphere, potentially altering their approach to practices, meetings, and communication to avoid further confrontations. Sports journalists have reported subtle changes in practice dynamics, noting that drills are now executed with increased intensity and heightened scrutiny, possibly reflecting Quinn's effort to assert control and demand accountability. Social media platforms are buzzing with speculative threads, with fans dissecting every possible scenario and weighing in on whether the player will remain on the roster or seek opportunities elsewhere. The narrative continues to evolve rapidly, with each insider account adding new layers to a story already steeped in drama, tension, and speculation about the Commanders' internal power dynamics and long-term strategy under Quinn's leadership. Meanwhile, whispers from within the team suggest that morale may be impacted in ways not immediately visible, with some players reportedly expressing concern about the volatility of the situation. Sources hint that locker room discussions are increasingly guarded as athletes weigh the potential consequences of missteps in a highly scrutinized environment. Observers speculate that Quinn's fiery approach may inspire certain players while intimidating others, creating an uneven dynamic that could influence performance during crucial games. Rumors indicate that some teammates may be quietly lobbying for intervention or mediation, aiming to balance the coach's intensity with team cohesion and mental well-being. The broader NFL community is reportedly monitoring the situation closely, with rival teams allegedly sensing an opportunity to exploit potential internal discord. Analysts argue that while Quinn's stance may signal strong leadership, it also risks creating tension that could escalate if not managed carefully. Fans are dissecting every tweet, interview, and social media interaction for hints of reconciliation or further conflict, amplifying the drama beyond the walls of the practice facility. In this climate of uncertainty, each development is magnified, making the Commanders' training sessions, meetings, and player-coach interactions a spectacle of rumor, intrigue, and strategic speculation, leaving supporters and critics alike eagerly awaiting the next headline or leaked detail that will shape the narrative of the season. Adding to the intrigue, insiders suggest that league officials and analysts are closely observing the situation for possible implications beyond just the Commanders. Reports hint at discussions regarding the impact of Quinn's leadership style on broader coaching evaluations, as well as how internal conflicts may influence league perceptions and team valuations. Speculation is rampant that other NFL teams might be scouting the situation to determine whether talent from Washington could become available, potentially leveraging the rumored discord for strategic advantage. Meanwhile, whispers among the Commanders' support staff indicate a heightened sense of vigilance, with personnel monitoring interactions to document patterns and potentially assist in mediating tensions. Social media speculation has reached a fever pitch, with theories ranging from minor temporary benching to full-scale roster shakeups. Rumors suggest that the affected player may be weighing options quietly, consulting agents, and assessing whether reconciliation is possible or if a transfer to another team would provide a better environment. Each day, fresh reports, social media analyses, and off-the-record conversations add complexity to an already intricate narrative, ensuring that the saga of Dan Quinn and the Commanders continues to dominate conversations among fans, analysts, and insiders. solidifying itself as one of the most talked about stories in the NFL this season. Thanks for tuning into District Command Central. Make sure to subscribe and follow us for all the Commanders news you need. Until next time, keep the faith and hail to the Commanders.